Hi guys, welcome to this week's vlog. So today is actually my birthday. I have turned 32. I have been wanting to say 33 for like this whole year. Anytime I've thought about my birthday, I'm like, oh, it's my 33rd birthday. But it's not, it's my 32nd. I don't know why I am wanting to skip a year. Anyway, I don't have any plans outside of my house. We're still in a global pandemic. And so I don't have any plans. I am also on day 2 of my period, which is always the worst day. So I am full of pain and fatigue. So anyway, yesterday I did go to one of my favorite metaphysical shops here in Phoenix. And if you watched my first vlog of this year, you'll see that I have bought candles from them before, and I love their candles. They have such good candles. Well, on my birthday, something that I like to do is do a little ritual, do a little ceremony, do a little magic, and it's just something that I just enjoy doing. And so today I'm going to take you guys with me and show you what I'm doing, how I'm setting up my little happy birthday ceremony. So at the metaphysical store that I went to yesterday, I planned to not go today because, well, one, they're closed on Tuesdays, so that's why I went yesterday, but also I'm glad I went yesterday and not today because I do not feel like leaving my house. This is a new beginnings candle, so I will light that with the intention of doors being opened, having new experiences, starting new things, trying new things, and I just love the color too. Then the other thing I was gonna do is create a little crystal grid around the candles, and so why I'm sitting down here, I'll show you. This is where I keep a lot of my like metaphysical stuff. I've got different tumbled stones that I've organized into, you know, whatever. And so I've got just tons of little things. These are all bagged tumbled stones. In there is loose tumbled stones. My mini candles. Back here are different herbs and like loose sage and stuff. So when I want to use those in whatever. In here I've got different oils and different sprays. This is a nifty little dropper. Tons of incense that I don't really burn anymore because it's terrible. Don't ever buy King incense. I got all of this for free from my old job because we just could not sell it, and so we just took it off the shelves and gave it away to people. So yeah, that's all my the majority, or not the majority, I've also got other stuff over there, but in this nice little area, that's what I've got going on. And so now I am going through and picking out what I need to go take and put it all up in my bathroom. Because if you watched my, oh my god, I hate my closet. Anyway, let's ignore that. Because if you watched my first vlog, I showed the like New Year's candle setup I had in my bathroom. I like to do it in my bathroom because I just feel safer in there for some reason, burning a candle all day. And these burn usually within 12 hours, so I am doing this at like 9 o'clock in the morning, so it should be burned out by 9 o'clock tonight. Yeah, so what I'm doing now is picking out crystals to take in. So when I do crystal grids, I really like to use citrine is probably my favorite. And then I'm also gonna do some rose quartz, carnelian. Carnelian's always good, but I'm actually, for some reason, I'm not feeling carnelian today, so I'm gonna skip it. Ooh, moonstone. Moonstone is a maybe, we'll see. Look at this little bag of pyrite. I love it. I'm not gonna use that. That's like if I was gonna make a vial or something. Ooh, amethyst. Gonna do the amethyst. Budstone, gonna do some budstone. No, not those. What is this? Labradorite? No. Tiger's Eye? Yes. What else do we have? You gotta do a little turquoise for good luck. Definitely gotta do the clear quartz points for sure. Desert Rose. What are these? Is this smoky quartz? Oh, garnet. Oh, I love garnet. I'm gonna see if you guys can. Isn't garnet just like so beautiful? But when you look at it you're like, oh, is that like a smoky quartz or an obsidian? And then you hold it up to the light and it's like, ah, it's beautiful. I'm definitely gonna put garnet in my crystal grid today. Selenite, it's always good to have selenite. I love selenite. Lapis. I will maybe take lapis. Okay, so I've got my stuff. Now let's head on in to the bathroom. Now that I have my crystal grid all set, now I just set the intention for whatever it is that I'm lighting the candle for. In this instance, it's for new beginnings, this new stage of life, this going, living my 32nd year or accomplishing my 32nd year. I'm going into my 33rd year. And just thinking on that, meditating on that, anything specific, I just put out into it, and it's just something that I like to do that feels good, that gets me to focus on something. And I love just crystals. I think they're beautiful, and yeah, it's just something that I like to do. I'm not like super duper serious about it, but it's just something that I enjoy. So happy birthday to me, and here's to new beginnings. The other thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to do a little cacao ceremony. I do these pretty frequently, actually, recently, and I love it so much. And I'm gonna make a full video on it and talk more about it coming up soon, in a few weeks probably. Yeah, I'm not gonna have to talk too much about it right now, other than to say that it's like a hot chocolate drink, and it's really, really good for helping with meditation or opening your heart chakra and creativity and a few other things. And so I'm gonna make it now, and I'm gonna drink it. And I like to sit and meditate after I've drunk it, after I've had it to drink. And then I usually pull cards, maybe do some tarot or oracle, definitely do some journaling, that sort of thing. So I found this woman on TikTok a while ago. I don't even know what her name is, and her username is probably her name, but I don't know what it is. But I will link her, I'll link her Instagram below. I really like her. If you're someone that is into meditation, yoga, and I feel really emotional right now. This is what the cacao does to me. Like, I just sat for a meditation. I drank it and then I sat for a meditation, and I just feel overwhelmingly like content and at peace and love. Like I am going to make a whole video and talk more about it. And I don't want to talk about it too much right now because I'm going to save it for the other video. That's why I'm just emotional right now, because I'm still in the middle of it. And I was about to pull some cards, but I want to tell you about these cards. So there's this woman that I found on TikTok, and she is like a meditation, yoga, spiritual person. And I've learned a lot from her TikToks, or been like reminded of things, but also taught a lot of things. So yesterday I did one of her, on her, she also has a YouTube channel. Maybe I should just link her YouTube. I'll put her links in the description if you're interested. Yesterday I did a prosperity mantra that she was teaching in a video, just out of like curiosity. I mean, who doesn't want prosperity in their life? So I did it yesterday, and then I went to the metaphysical store to get the candles. And I also was looking for a new deck of some sort, because I like pulling cards. It's a hobby. It's a fun thing that I like to do. And it's always fun to get a new deck, you know, even though I have so many, which is funny. I can't remember when this was, but it wasn't that long ago. I was talking to someone and they're like, oh, one of the newer readers at my old job. When I met her, I went in a few weeks ago and talked to her for the first time. As it was interesting because she used to be a customer, and when I was working behind the counter, and so then when I went in as a customer and she was now working as a reader, I kept looking at her, and she noticed that I kept looking at her, and she kind of recognized me too, but couldn't place me. And so then I asked, I was like, did you used to be like a customer in here like all the time? And she's like, yeah. I was like, okay, because I used to work behind the counter. She's like, oh, that's where I knew you from. It was just funny because we were like suddenly switched. Anyway, she had said to me like, oh, this is so embarrassing. I think I have like 12 decks or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I have over 20 some decks and don't see myself stopping. It's like kind of like grown into a collection. Like, I appreciate the art so much. Like, in each deck, the art is just so beautiful. And I love it. It's something that I love, so. Okay, so anyway, I went yesterday and also just had it in my mind, if I see a deck that I want, I'm gonna buy it for myself for my birthday. I didn't have a specific deck in mind, so I went in and looked through some of the decks. Didn't really like any of them too much, and I was like, oh well, you know. And then I went and looked at some other stuff, and then I went back to the decks, and I saw that there was this deck, which is the Pride Tarot. And we have sold this at my old job before. And my friend Ashley actually bought one, and she's like, it's really cool because it's a collaborative deck. So there's like different art styles. They got different artists to design the cards. So as like a community collaborative project. And it's the Pride Tarot, so it's celebrating like the LGBT community, and each of the cards says love is love. And it's a deck that I've always like had my eye on, but just never bought it when I was at my old store. But then I saw this one. This is pre-owned, but that means that it was really cheap. It was only $12, so I'm like, that's like 50% off, basically. I don't mind purchasing used decks, especially from this specific store. I know some people are very against buying used decks, but I'm like, I don't believe that like if anything is gonna stick to these cards, like any energy, I can clear that. I'm powerful enough to clear that energy, and I did. As soon as I got home, I had put my deck on my selenite slab, and then also burned sage and have meditated it. So like I'm not like superstitious, really. Whatever I feel from this deck is good, so that's just me though. Anyway, This story I'm telling is so long, like all of my stories tend to be. So yesterday before I went, I did the prosperity mantra and then went to the metaphysical shop and ended up getting a deck that was like 50% off. So, and she even talks, she's like, you'll see it in little ways. Like she was talking about once she's been doing the prosperity mantra, she gets free parking everywhere she goes. She lives in Los Angeles. So free parking is like a gift from the gods, is how she described it. And I didn't think about it right away until later when I was like, oh, like I got a deck that I've been having my eye on for at least 6 months. No, even longer than that, a year probably. And the day I did the prosperity mantra, I got it for 50% off. So I just thought it was cool. So I'll also link the prosperity mantra below with her other links because I like her and if you want to try it yourself. So anyway, I really love this deck. I've just been kind of playing with it all day yesterday and then this morning. And I am not well versed in the tarot at all. It's just a hobby to me. It's just fun to me. I've never like done tarot readings for money or anything like that. When I was working at my old job, I did aura readings, which is definitely different. And then I was doing aura readings on Etsy for a little while, which I have put a pause on while I figure out other things. But I just like to pull cards for myself, and sometimes I have different friends that will like text me or call me and be like, hey, can you pull cards for me real quick? So I like do that kind of thing just for fun. But anyway, I'm gonna pull cards right now. You know, stuff about the coming year, my birthday. But first, let's pull some cards for you guys. For anyone that wants it. If you don't want it, that's okay. You can skip ahead. Ooh. Ooh, the Magician. Let's see if there's another one for you guys. The other thing I really like about this deck is the book. Okay. This card keeps coming up. Like all day yesterday. This morning I pulled it earlier and now you guys get it too. So that's really cool. That must mean something. Okay, so we've got the Magician, which, I mean, come on, look at that. When have you ever seen a Magician card look just incredible? This artist is Felix Dion. And then the Four of Swords, which is illustrated by Moomy Swan. And the book I really like, and I'm gonna... Here, the magician of traditional tarot takes the form of a Nahal, a Mexican witch or sorcerer, who has the ability to transform into an animal at will. Nahales are a traditional part of Mexican belief in both indigenous and mestizo culture. They are gender fluid with the beard of a man, but with the hairstyle and earrings of a woman. They have the ability to transform not only into a beast, but to change their gender as well. They hold the 4 elements of the 4 suits, the wand, the cup, the pentacle, and the sword, for they have control over all the necessary elements to manifest their intentions. They stand on a cliff face overlooking a village, for they are between the heavens and the earth, and have access to both. They move through the world of the spirit and the world of men, and have found wisdom and knowledge. The Magician is all about, like, you're in control. You are the magician. You are making things happen. You are making changes. You hold the power to do what you want, to make things happen, to create. And I love it talking about, like, going along the entire spectrum of gender and going between worlds. And it's really incredible. It actually goes into something that I was meditating on just a few minutes ago. Something that my therapist said to me last week has really been going in my head, and I just love it. But like the phrase that she said, I don't even know exactly what she was talking about. I can't even remember, but the phrase that like stuck out to me that has just been on my heart this whole time is a fluid sense of self. And I love that. I love giving myself permission to be fluid in my sense of self. It kind of helps like let's go of these chains that I have put on myself and society has probably encouraged to stay just one thing, and that just doesn't resonate with me. All right, and then lastly, the Four of Swords. Keywords: time to rest, take a break, rest your mind, clear your head, recharge. The Four of Swords is a card of rest and recuperation. It especially addresses the need to take time to review what happened after experiencing mental strife or verbal abuse. Sleep and rest are vital for physical health and mental well-being. I chose to set this card in a natural environment with the non-judgmental companionship of a dog because there are things I seek out when I feel burnt out and emotionally exhausted. We live in a culture that values excessive work, lofty achievements, and ableist rhetoric. And sometimes it is necessary to reconnect with your body and your needs away from the opinions of others. And like I said, this card has been coming up nonstop since I've been playing around with this deck, like more than any other card. And I think part of it for me is that I have been kind of feeling guilty not working right now, and just, but it's a good reminder that like I'm in a time of rest right now. I'm at a time of pause and stillness, and like there's nothing wrong with that, you know? Like I'm not in danger of becoming homeless. Like I have built up some savings and I'm okay. I can just relax and rest for a little while. There's just a pause, and it's important to do, you know? And I'm really lucky that I am able to do it. So I just love this card. I love dogs, and when I first pulled it, like my dog was in here with me, you know? So anyway, this, and if you notice the description of this was like worded differently than one before, it's because the different artists like also wrote the descriptions of the book, of the cards. So this deck is so cool. Again, it's the Pride Tarot, and it's beautiful. Okay, so I just pulled cards for myself for my birthday, and I wasn't gonna share any of, or you know, my intention wasn't to share any of this, but I just read the description for the very first card that I pulled, and the candle that I burned, you saw me burn, was for new beginnings. And I pulled the Ace of Cups, and in this description it literally says, he's a compassionate ambassador of new beginnings, and the energy of such flows from the life-giving waters of his chalice. Talking about this guy here. And I just thought, I'm like, that's so cool that the first card I pull for myself is about new beginnings. So for my birthday, my friend Sophia got me these adorable little treats from a local bakery. Like, look at how gorgeous that macaroon is. I've never had a macaroon, and so this will be fun to try. And then these are like little donuts that look like eggs. Like, I don't... That's really funny. So I'm gonna eat them. I'm gonna try them. So she said this one is peanut butter and jelly. And I don't remember what the other ones are. So let's try the peanut butter and jelly. It did not have the texture I was expecting. It's like so light and airy. And then when you bite down into it, it's like crispy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That peanut butter and jelly tastes so good. I'm going to save those other pieces for later because I want to try all of them. This one I don't remember, but it's probably rose because that's a rose. That has such a familiar taste, but I can't pinpoint what it is. See, and this even had a different texture than that one. This one was chewier. What is that flavor? It's so familiar, and I cannot pinpoint what it is. Did it make my lips pink? I cannot pinpoint what that flavor is, but I've tasted it before. Also really good, but so far the peanut butter and jelly is my favorite. Okay, and now this one. Oh my gosh. That is so good. It tastes just like vanilla. I don't know if there's another flavor to it. There's a pink hue. Oh my god, it's so good. Peanut butter and jelly, my favorite. Second is this one. Third is this one, even though this one is the most beautiful. And then these little egg donuts. Oh, so cute. The cake part was really good. I don't care too much for the icing though. Yesterday I did 2 hours of yard work and I don't regret it. I'm happy I was able to do it, and I actually like that kind of stuff when it's not like super hot outside. But today I am struggling so much, and I know that it's just because of allergies. Like, I am 100% convinced that how I'm feeling is just because my body is reacting to allergies, because I was dumb and didn't wear a mask. And what I was doing was like digging up, raking through old like dried grass and weeds and stuff like that, and stuff that's been sitting covered under like just junk that we had removed yesterday, thankfully. And so today, the first thing I noticed right away was like congestion, which isn't too bad anymore. It was worse earlier, but then after that, what I really noticed was just lightheadedness, dizziness, like my heart. I'm having like heart palpitations, and I really think that it's just like inflammation or something, you know, like something inside is reacting to the allergens. But we just had a lot of wind, so allergies are pretty bad in general. So then on top of that, just working in the yard. Like I said, I don't really regret it. Because it really needed to be done, and if I didn't do it, then like my parents would have, and I'm like, I don't want them doing it. So I will deal with it. It's fine. Okay, my friend ordered something. My friend ordered something for me for my birthday, and it came in the mail. Oh my gosh. Drag Race Tarot Major Arcana cards. Oh my gosh. These are so freaking cute. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I love these. Oh my gosh. It's Sasha. There's RuPaul. Katya and Trixie. Okay, this is so cute. I freaking love this. Whoa. She was like, it's coming from Australia, so I don't know when it's gonna be there. Well, that was really lovely. She also got me a heart, like a rainbow hearts shirt that I opened yesterday, and I will probably show it to you the next time I get it, but I don't want to get up. So thank you, Sophia. These are so freaking cute. I love them. How cool. I love it. Okay, so I filmed clips of the last few days that I was gonna add onto this video, which is why this video is going up later than I normally intend it to. But then once I got editing the video, I was like, whoa, this video is actually pretty long, and so none of this really matters because none of this matters, but I'm explaining it for some reason. That this end of this vlog that you're seeing right now, hi, hello, is like days after what you'll see in the beginning of next week's vlog. None of this matters, Lizzie. Why are you explaining this? I don't know. Either way, I don't know. Just being upfront, I guess. I don't know. So anyway, I had a lovely birthday. It was it feels, I mean, it's over a week ago now, but it was just a lovely day spent here at my house. But I just did stuff that I liked, and people were really nice, and I got some lovely gifts. I never ended up showing you guys let me go get it real quick. My friend Sophia that got me the Drag Race tarot and the macaroons or whatever. She also got me this really cute Rainbow Hearts shirt, so I love it. She's such a good gift giver. That's a skill, because not everyone has that. I don't have that. I don't think I'm a good gift giver. I love, like, when the gift isn't an obligation, like not around a holiday, and I see something and I think of someone, I love to get it and give it to them. That's really fun, and I think that's good. But once there's pressure put on me, I think I'm a terrible gift giver, so. But Sophia did a great job. I also got this house plant from my mom, and there's this like really cute little fairy in it. I love this pot. I will have to put it in a different pot though, because there's no drainage. I hate that they sell plants in pots that you can't actually keep them in. But I love this pot. I'm gonna use it for something else. Like maybe we'll put a fake plant in it, but anyway, love it. And I think that's it. I did receive my own birthday present that I bought myself. It came in the mail today, but I'm saving that for the next video because I don't want to get too out of place with the video clips. It's just gonna be confusing to me. So you'll see that next week. Yeah, in the meantime, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you are staying safe and healthy, or as healthy as you can be. And I will see you guys in my next video next week. Bye, guys.